Dobrý deň a vítajte pri ďalšom videu s magazínom TOUCHIT. Moje meno je Ondrej Macko a dneska sa nachádzam v spoločnosti Roche Slovensko. Táto spoločnosť vyhlásila akcelerátor Healthcare Lab a je to vlastne príležitosť pre mladé startupy, pre slovenské startupy, na to, aby mohli využiť svoj potenciál. Ja som sa prišiel na tento program opýtať do spoločnosti Roche Slovensko generálneho manažéra, pána Darrena Wilsona, a ten nám povie o tomto akcelerátore viacej. Idem za ním. Darren, mohli by ste nám povedať, o čom je vlastne projekt Healthcare Lab a čo je jeho hlavným cieľom?
So the Healthcare Lab project is an initiative sponsored by Roche, and this is an accelerator program. The goal of this is actually to identify startups that have ideas and novel solutions to improve healthcare, and we're currently looking at startups from Slovakia and Central Europe. I'll just elaborate a little bit further about this program. The benefit of this program for startups is that we will be offering expertise from industry mentors that have experience working with startups, as well as localized expertise from Roche in order to help the startups to boost the time needed to bring their ideas to market.
No a ktoré startupy sú pre vás tie najdôležitejšie a prečo?
Well, I think the first part is that ideas and bright minds exist in every country, and in Slovakia it's no different. And we see the potential in Slovakia to build up the startup community. Currently, the startup community is relatively in its early stages in Slovakia, and we see the opportunity to bring some focus now to the healthcare community, specifically because of the current crisis of COVID-19. There's probably no time more important than now for us to be exploring novel ideas to help to improve the healthcare system. So we see this as a great opportunity for Slovakia to build up this segment of its society.
No ešte nám povedzte, aké vlastne požiadavky musia spĺňať tie startupy, aby sa mohli vlastne prihlásiť do akcelerátora Healthcare Lab.
Certainly. Well, it's very simple. At Roche, our purpose is to help to improve the healthcare system so that we can deliver better outcomes to more patients faster. So the criteria for the startups is how can they help us with our purpose to improve the healthcare system? How can they help us to deliver better outcomes to more patients faster? So in terms of the key criteria, we're looking for startups that have inspirational ideas around this topic and are willing to have the support needed to bring their ideas faster and further in development.
Aby to bolo také konkrétnejšie, existuje teda nejaký link, kde sa môžu startupy prihlásiť do tohto akcelerátora a ako to vlastne bude celé vyzerať?
Yes, we've opened up the registration for the Healthcare Lab, and you can find the registration at www.healthcarelab.sk. The way that the program will go is that we're taking in applications, as mentioned, on www.healthcarelab.sk. And we certainly hope that there's a lot of startups out there that are interested to put their ideas forward so that they can tap into the mentorship and expertise that we're providing. So as mentioned, this is an accelerator program. So we are looking for startups that have potentially viable ideas, ideas that look like they have good meaning and good purpose and good passion behind them, that we can help to support them and see how far we can move those ideas forward with support. If you're a startup that's been selected, what you will receive is that we have a broad panel of external industry experts, people with broad business experience, financial experience, fundraising experience, organizational experience to support startups. And so that's one of the benefits that a startup will have, is that they'll have the boost of these mentorships to help them to develop their business and ideas. On the Roche side, we have a broad spectrum of experience specific to healthcare and the pharmaceutical industry. And here we have the ability to provide support from regulatory, from legal compliance to commercial and also medical. And furthermore, in addition to the local expertise that we have here in Roche Slovakia, we're also very well networked with our global organization. So if there are startups with novel ideas that appeal to the broader Roche organization, we will also be capable to dial in the appropriate experts to help to support them as well.
Toto je úplne prvý ročník tohto akcelerátora Healthcare Lab. Ako vyzerajú tie ďalšie roky? Budete pokračovať?
Our goal is to continue. So when we look at the environment as it exists today, especially with the COVID-19 situation, it really speaks to the importance of collaboration between government, the pharmaceutical industry, and technologies. So we see very much that our future is a future that requires great collaboration and support of startups and the government, as we're all in this together as we try to do our best to improve healthcare for people.
Je jasné, že do tej úplne krízovej situácie sa asi nevrátime. Ako podľa vás bude vyzerať tá post-koronová etapa? Ako budeme žiť? Čo sa všetko zmení?
Well, I think as challenging as the COVID-19 situation is on everyone, particularly on a personal level and health level and an economy level, we can also look at this as an opportunity. And we're learning a lot from our experiences of dealing with COVID-19. What we're seeing now is the importance of more virtual healthcare. We're seeing the need that maybe patients don't always need to go to the hospital to get their care, and how can we do better with home care? So I think the opportunity presents us with new ways of thinking about the healthcare environment. And as a global healthcare company, Roche, we're actually thinking about how best can we contribute and be part of the solutions to the new ways of delivering healthcare going into the future.
Ako vlastne teraz pracujete v tomto lokálnom zastúpení spoločnosti Roche? Pracujete z domu, alebo ako to vlastne funguje?
So I think also one of the important reasons about why Roche in Slovakia is interested in startups is because we've also radically transformed our company. We've shifted from maybe a traditional way that a company was working with hierarchy and command and control to a company that is now fostering agile ways of working and being very dynamic and fast-paced. And so this is also one of the reasons why we're supporting with startups. But at the same time, it's one of the reasons why we're able to do very well under the current circumstance. And currently, as a company, we're operating 100% virtually. We're leveraging a lot of very good digital collaboration tools. So we have a lot of online meetings. We do online workshops, and for the most part, it's just been absolutely impressive to see how our organization has adopted to this challenge and how we continue to find ways to serve the Slovak healthcare system.
Dobre, Darren, keby ste nám teraz mohli povedať, kam sa podľa vás posunie digitalizácia a transformácia zdravotníckej starostlivosti pre 21. storočie?
Again, I think with the situation with the COVID-19, it helps to accelerate the moment that we're in. And the moment we're in actually is a transformational moment for healthcare and digital, I believe, globally. I think the moment at this present time helps governments and the healthcare providers recognize the importance of digital and understanding how that can help them in the treatment of patient. So where do we go from here? What does this mean? I think the interesting part of digitalization will be our ability to harness big data to help to improve the patient diagnosis and treatment. And so we are quite interested in the role that big data can play. We see this as a way for augmenting physicians' decision-making, helping to support them to make good decisions, and essentially helping them to best tailor their treatment options for the patient. I think also as we look to the future, the role of digital biomarkers become much more important in helping to assess a patient's diagnosis and or effective treatment or post-care follow-up. Today, most of us live with our phones, our mobile phones, and the technology has advanced to a point now where they're becoming very useful tools to help in diseases like, let's say, multiple sclerosis, where you can get a much earlier detection of the progression of the condition that will allow the patient to see the physicians sooner and have earlier intervention and hopefully better prognosis. So I think we can really see this becoming a much more important part of our healthcare strategies, and the fact that digital will be an essential component of ensuring the best quality of care for patients.
Dobre, hovorili ste o mobilných telefónoch a o význame týchto zariadení pre naše zdravie. Ja nosím systematicky na ruke inteligentné hodinky. Myslíte si, že toto je zariadenie, ktoré nám pomôže k tomu, aby sme boli zdravší?
Yeah, I mean, wearables are absolutely fascinating, and you know, they've moved now, not just being able to obviously tell you the time and maybe access a few apps, but they're moving more and more to getting important health measures from a patient, and that these health measures can be used in proper data sets to help to determine the well-being of the patient, and also the comparison of the patient, let's say, to other similar demographics and such. So I see the wearables being an integral part of the future of digital, and basically it will be the wearables that are the main source of supporting the digital biomarkers that will be needed in patient care in the future.
No aká je podľa vás rola startupov v digitalizácii a v transformácii zdravotníctva v 21. storočí?
Well, I think actually startups play an important role in the digitalization in the 21st century, and it's because we know startups as being very disruptive and very innovative problem solvers. And I think what's fascinating about startups is that they often see the opportunities where other people only see challenges, and they're able to act fast on these opportunities. So the future and the way that we are moving as a society, being technologically enabled, really it means that startups are going to be an important part of our future, and most likely it will be from the startups where we see some of the more disruptive and broadly beneficial ideas come. So looking forward to seeing what startups have to offer in the field of healthcare in the years to come. And this is one of the reasons why Roche, as a global healthcare company, is very interested to make sure that we have positive collaborations with startup companies.
Teraz už máte všetky informácie. Váš osud je vo vašich rukách. Nezabudnite. Healthcare Lab. To je vaša príležitosť. To je všetko. Prajem pevné zdravie. Majte sa pekne. Ahojte a dovidenia.